making of this film. Good girl, stay. Oh my gosh, I found a dead dog.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. I don't know what could have happened.
Well, we can figure out what happened if we can find the body temperature by using Newton's law of cooling.
How would we do that?
Okay, so I got a thermometer. All you gotta do is stick this under her arm and find the temperature. It's all the way down to 80. And yeah. And 15 minutes ago we measured it and it was at 85, so
Dropping pretty quick.
yeah. And the temperature outside is only 70, so all we need to find the time of death. Okay, so here is Newton's law of cooling. What it includes is T of T, which is the temperature after a certain amount of time. T subscript A is surrounding temperature. T subscript 0, which is the initial temperature. K, which is the constant that you need to find. And T, which is the elapsed time, which should be in hours. So for ours, we said that our first temperature we had was 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and then after 15 minutes it was 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So our initial was 85, after time it was 80. Our time was 15 minutes, which is equal to 0.25 hours, because we need it in hours, and the temperature outside was 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to calculate K. So our first step is to find K, like I just said, and we're going to plug into our equation. We knew T of T is 80, T sub A is 70, T sub O is 85, again T sub A is 70. E is a constant, just like pi is equal to 3.14. E is another value. K we're finding is T is 0.25. So the first thing you have to do is put the things together in the parentheses, which is 15. Then you need to get rid of the 70 because you're trying to get K by itself. So subtract 70 from both sides and you get 10 over here equals the 15e to the negative 0.25K. Then you're going to divide by 15 because 15 and E, it's almost like they're multiplied together. So to get 15 away, you have to divide by 15. So do that on both sides, and you get 0.667. I rounded to the 3 decimal places, equals E to the negative 0.25K. Now to get rid of the E, we have to take the ln of both sides. And the ln of 0.667 is negative 0.405. And ln and E cancel out and it leaves the negative 0.25K all by itself. Then to get K completely by itself, you got to divide by the negative 0.25 on both sides. You get K is 1.62. So now that we found what K is, we have to use that in step 2 to find how much time has passed since the death of the dog. So now our new T after time is 85 because that was the first temperature that we ever took. T sub A was the temperature outside, which was still 70. And the initial temperature, we're going to assume that dogs and humans have the same body temperature, is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're trying to find T. So now after we plugged in with our new numbers, we have to go through the same sort of steps because this time we got to get T by itself. So we're going to subtract 98.6 by 70 and get 28.6. Then we have to get rid of the 70, so we're going to subtract it on both sides. We get 15 equals 28.6e to the negative 1.62t. Then we have to get rid of this 28.6, and remember it's almost like it's times by the e, so we have to divide to get rid of it. 28.6 divide 28.6 on both sides. We get 0.524 equals e to the negative 1.62t. Then again, to get rid of e, we take the ln of both sides, and we get negative 0.646 equals negative 1.62t. And then to get t all by itself, we divide by that negative 1.62 on both sides. We get t is 0.399. Now remember, this is not exactly our final answer because this is in hours. But that's kind of hard to figure out what it means. So instead we're going to get it in minutes. So to change the 0.399 hours into minutes, we multiply by 60 minutes over 1 hour, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So it's almost like multiplying by 1. You're not changing it. And you get 23.94 minutes, or about 24 minutes.
So we found that the dog actually died 24 minutes ago.
So that definitely has to mean that if we measured her initial body temperature at 85 degrees at 1:30, then 25 minutes before that, that was like around 1 o'clock that the dog died. Who was here around 1 o'clock?
I think I saw the milkman.
The milkman? Well, we definitely better call the police and let them know because this is really bad.